International perspective toward children's rights. International perspective toward children's rights. International efforts for children. Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, 1948. Adopted by the United Nations General Assembly. Recognizes the inherent dignity and equal rights of all humans, including children. Article 25, 2, states, motherhood and childhood are entitled to special care and assistance. Convention on the Political Rights of Women, 1952. While focused on women's rights, it supports the status of the mother, indirectly promoting the well-being of children by ensuring women's participation in governance and policymaking. International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, 1966. Article 24 states, every child shall have, without any discrimination, the right to such measures of protection as are required by his status as a minor. International Covenant on Economic, Social, and Cultural Rights, ICESCR, 1966. Recognizes the right to education, health, social security, and an adequate standard of living for all, including children. Emphasizes free and compulsory primary education and special protection for children. United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, UNCRC, 1989. Most comprehensive and universally accepted legal instrument on children's rights. For core principles. Right to survival. Right to development. Right to protection. Right to participation. India ratified it in 1992. Legislative measures related to female foeticide. The Medical Termination of Pregnancy, MTP, Act, 1971. Allows legal abortion under specific medical, humanitarian, and social circumstances. Aims to prevent unsafe abortions but does not permit sex-selective abortion. Preconception and Prenatal Diagnostic Techniques, Prohibition of Sex Selection, Act, 1994, PCPNDT Act. Prohibits sex selection before or after conception. Bans use of diagnostic techniques like ultrasound for sex determination. Mandates registration of clinics and strict record keeping. Beti Bachao BBBP, 2015. A national campaign to address declining child sex ratio, CSR. Focuses on awareness, girl-child education, and enforcement of laws against female foeticide. Legislative measures related to adoption. Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children, Act, 2015, Chapter 8. Governs legal adoption in India through Central Adoption Resource Authority, CARA. Promotes non-institutional care like adoption, foster care, and sponsorship. Child Labor, Prohibition and Regulation, Act, 1986. Not directly linked to adoption but protects vulnerable children, including those waiting for adoption, from exploitation. Prohibits employment of children below 14 in hazardous occupations. Short Stay Homes, SSH, 1969. Launched under the Central Social Welfare Board. Provides temporary shelter and counseling for women and girls in distress, including unmarried mothers or pregnant women, indirectly supporting child rehabilitation. Legislative measures related to foster care. Kishori Shakti Yojana, KSY, 2000. Empowerment program for adolescent girls, 11 to 18 years. Provides nutrition, health education, and life skills, indirectly supports girls in foster or vulnerable care settings. Rajiv Gandhi Scheme for Empowerment of Adolescent Girls, Sabla, 2010. Merged into Poshan Abhiyan. Targets out-of-school girls aged 11 to 18, providing them supplementary nutrition and vocational training. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, 2015. A savings scheme for the girl child. Aims to secure the financial future of the girl child for education and marriage. Can be opened by guardians, including foster parents. Legislative measures related to guardianship. India follows personal laws and the Guardians and Wards Act, 1890, for appointing guardians. Guardians and Wards Act, 1890. Applicable to non-Hindus. Authorizes courts to appoint a legal guardian for minors in their best interest. Hindu Minority and Guardianship Act, 1956. Applicable to Hindus, Jains, Buddhists, and Sikhs. Recognizes the natural guardian, father first, then mother, and outlines their duties and responsibilities. Legislative measures related to child marriage. SARDA Act/Child Marriage Restraint Act, 1929. First law to prohibit child marriage in India. Set minimum marriage age, 14 for girls and 18 for boys, later amended. Amended over the years to enhance punishment and raise age limits. The Child Marriage Restraint Amendment Act, 1976. Raised minimum age to 18 years for girls and 21 years for boys. Increased penalties for conducting or abetting child marriage. The Prohibition of Child Marriage Act, 2006. Repealed the 1929 Act. Declares child marriages voidable at the option of the minor. Appoints child marriage prohibition officers, CMPOs. Provides legal protection, maintenance, and custody of children born from such marriages.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in next video.